Live.
Yep. It's on?
Should be good.
Mic check 1. All right, we are good. We got sound.
Good.
All right, good evening, Eagan hockey fans. Apologize for the delay. We had some technical difficulties here and at the Shoreview Ice Arena, and we are here for the Eagan PWAA battle against Moundsview Irondale. So sorry for the technical difficulties. Hopefully everyone got the new link I sent out. So 0-0, second face-off here. Eagan hemmed up in their own zone a little bit. MVI dancing around. Gets it back to the point. Over the stick. Somebody dove for it. I don't know who that looks like. Will. Dove for it. And P-Core ices it. MVI will come back down to the Eagan zone for a face-off. So quick reset here, Mr. Fiedler, after the frenzied technical difficulties, but glad to have you guys all here with us for the contest this afternoon. 0-0, 10:45 here to go in the first. Vobel puts pressure up at the blue line. Umlin tips it up towards him. Vobel still working for it in the corner. Looks like we got Vobel, Hansen, and Umlin up front. And Gus, and can't tell who that is back at defense here, still figuring numbers out. Shot right on, and the MVI goalie makes the save. So that was P-Core and Johnson back at D. D pair switches out now. Here's Thomas and Joyce. So Hansen at center, Umland on the right wing, Vobel on left wing, Thomas and Joyce back at D. Offensive zone draw here for Eagan. MVI wins it. Back behind the net, circles it around. Umland gives chase. Back to Thomas at the point. He'll rip a shot off of Hansen and right into the glove of the goalie. So lots of early whistles here. 10-11 to go. Razinen is your goaltender to start for Eagan. Hansen digs in. MVI wins the draw. Back behind the goalie they go again. Vobel overskates it. And Eagan continues to put on some decent forechecking pressure. Thomas keeps it in near the blue line. Umlin battling hard. 3 blue sweaters along the boards here, trying to win possession of the puck. Thomas walks away with it, uses that big frame right in front, gets a shot on net. Save again by the MVI goalie. Loose in front, Hansen puts it right on, and the goalie makes another nice save. So great shift there for Eagan. Good battle along the boards to win the possession and get a couple shots on net. So line change here for the Wildcats. Ross and Johnson back at D. Duth, Karsnia, and Fiedler up front for the blue. Duth gives chase. Moundsview Irondale back behind the net, trying to break out. And here they come through center. Neutral ice over the blue line. Shot in on Razinen, makes a left pad save out in front, and it gets cleared away. Dangerously out in front, but nice clear. Johnson carries it out to center, loses possession. Back it goes to Ross. Ross, good pass out to Karsnia, but he misses it, and that'll go down for icing. So 8:58 to go here in the first period, still 0-0. Draw to Razinen's right, blocker side. Duth in for the face-off. And Eagan wins it. Well, they won it initially, and it gets back, and that shot goes behind Razinen. And MVI goes up 1-0 on the Wildcats' early goal. Looked like it went right over the top of the right pad there for Razinen. So 1-0 MVI, 8:53 to go first. Todd getting sent off because he doesn't have a net guard on. Whose child is that? Puck goes down into the Eagan offensive zone. Shot on net, steered aside by the MVI goalie. Umlin gives chase. Pecor. Johnson's got it now at center. Over to Ross. Ross mishandles it at center, and MVI will take it into the zone. Oh, nice pass there. Razinen right on for Razinen, makes it a great save. I think that's Gus over there. Yep, that was Pecor. Trying to battle to get that off the boards. Back behind Razinen, to his right it goes. And here we go. Hittner has the puck, tries to get it up towards Gus, and that goes up over his stick and all the way down for another icing for Eagan. How the hell do you forget a net guard at this point? Unbelievable. D-zone face-off. MVI wins it. Try to go back to the point, but Fiedler's there and intercepts. Tries to get it out, but it's held in. Thomas now with it. Calmly off the boards up towards Fiedler. No real possession here, just kind of back and forth in the Eagan zone and neutral ice. Fiedler, nice touch pass over to Vobel. Comes into the zone on the left side. Good possession. Something happened in front here. I don't know exactly what that was. Was it offsides?
I don't know.
Okay. I didn't see it offsides, but maybe it was a man in the crease. I'm not sure. Here comes Vobel. Tries to center it towards Fiedler. Gets back to the point for Thomas. Thomas now strong on the puck. Tries to send it in deep, and that gets intercepted by MVI, and they'll carry it out of the zone through neutral ice. Good slap at the puck there by Joyce to disrupt that rush. He carries it around the boards. Fiedler up to Vobel. Vobel comes into the offensive zone 1-on-5. Still carries it right in front of the net. Almost gets a shot on goal. Moundsview now into the Eagan zone. That attempt gets turned away. Umlin's pass to get out of the zone gets disrupted. And into the corner, now it comes back to the point. Moundsview Irondale gets a shot towards the net. Just wide of Razinen's blocker to the left. Little battle back behind the net here. Hansen and an offensive player for MVI. And the puck gets knocked out of the zone. All the way down for icing. So 6:21 to go here, first period. Still 1-0 Moundsview Irondale up over Eagan.
Todd back there.
Oh, is he? Did he get it? Yeah, it looks like somebody got it for him.
Strap the socket on his neck.
Battle in the defensive zone here. Moundsview Irondale staying strong on the puck. Good battle there by Karsnia. He gets it up to Fiedler. Fiedler carries it into the zone. Tries to backhand it out in front, and that gets disrupted. And here comes MVI out of the zone. Shot right on, and Razinen will glove that and hold it for a whistle. So Duth, Ross, and Karsnia. Looks like up front. Ross with it back behind the net, looking for options. Circles around, loses the puck. MVI back to the point. Nice little touch pass to get it down in front, and another shot right on. Razin makes the save, another save. Get it out of there. Fiedler grabs a hold of it, tries to get it out, and he does. That will not make it all the way down for icing as MVI grabs it and tries to circle it back up, and they do. Another nice touch pass to center. Good breakout pass there by MVI. Into the Eagan zone, 1-on-3, and that gets broken up, but shot still gets in on Razinen as the trailing offensive player for MVI got a shot on net. I think that's Todd over there trying to get it out. Weak attempt to get it out, and it can't. Shiny neck guard on Todd. Somebody was very helpful to get that for him. Breakout pass to Todd, and here he goes through center into the zone. Loses control of the puck and goes down. MVI has it now, and they're looking to carry it out of the zone. 2-on-2 through neutral. Down the left wing to Razinen's right. Weak shot on net, and he'll freeze that for a whistle. Kid about 1.5 feet shorter than Thomas bumps into him, and that's not going to end well for that kid. Hansen, 74 in on the faceoff. Another shot comes right in on net, and Razinen will freeze it again for another whistle. So a lot of whistles, a lot of defensive zone faceoffs here for Eagan. Let's try that again. Hansen wins that faceoff. Ross chases back behind the net. Gets it over on the left wing boards over to Vobel. Fans on the pass. Ross circles back behind Razinen again. And let's get it up towards Vobel, and nice backhanded touch pass towards Hansen, who gets it up to Umlin. 2-on-0, Umlin, Hansen. Umlin in, shoots it just wide of the blocker side for the goalie. Good rush there for Eagan. Shot from Vobel at the point. Goes deep into the left corner, or right corner, excuse me. Umlin still there, looking for Vobel out front, but had him twisted up on his backhand. Hansen forechecking in, and it gets just past Johnson at the point. Ross now back in the D zone. Rides his man into the boards, and Umlin takes over. Pass into the skates of Hansen, but Hansen recovers and gets a nice crisp pass out to Vobel. Vobel across the blue line. Oh, beautiful move by Charlie. But the shot does not. Shot gets hit wide. Thomas back at the point. Nice save there by the goalie. Rebound out in front, now it's back behind. Vobel behind the net, dancing. Back to CJ at the point. CJ gets a shot off. It looked a little bit deflected near the point, but the goalie makes a save, and he'll cover for a whistle. So that line's buzzing again. Good offensive pressure by that group. 3:10 to go here, first period. Duth in on the faceoff. Karsnia and Fiedler on the wing. Thomas and Joyce back on D. Here comes MVI. Joyce and Thomas retreat. Joyce forces his man wide. Good work by Joyce to keep him wide. Fiedler helps out behind the net. Chips it over to Razinen's left. Thomas puts some pressure on. And Duth gets it out to neutral ice. Come on, let's get up on him. Joyce back in the defensive zone. And Eagan retreats back behind their net. Good outlet pass. Another pass up towards Karsnia. Good job by him to poke it off the boards and get it into the zone, and he gets upended. And an awkward collision there for Drew. Glad to see him get back up. That couldn't have felt good, but he's looking strong on his skates at this point. So 2:18 to go, still 1-0 MVI over the Wildcats. Hitting her in on the draw. Will Todd on the right wing. And looks like Gus Pecor over on left wing. A little clock malfunction here. Oh, that's right. They did get that penalty. Okay, so they're trying to figure out the clock here. So Eagan on a power play here for 1:30. Hitting her back to the point for CJ. CJ holding steady with the puck, gets it towards the net, tipped out in front, right on, and the goalie will smother it. So 5-on-4 here for the Wildcats, next 1:20 seconds. Moundsview Irondale wins the faceoff. Ross there at the right D. Good job by him to keep it in. Todd back behind. Out to the point for CJ. Todd rotates back behind CJ, got to get there, and he missed it. And that puck dangerously comes out to center, 2-on-2. Todd disrupts the pressure there. CJ, nice move to get it behind him. Todd up to CJ. Johnson looks for an outlet pass, couple guys there, and it's in the skates. Hittner gets it in deep. The forecheck, Hittner loses an edge and goes awkwardly into the boards. Pecor now with it, he'll survey his options up at the point. Carries it up at the blue line and he'll rotate with Ross. Ross now, puck, tries to attempt a shot, fans on it. Todd there with Hittner. Todd circles around looking for somebody out in front. Where is it? Over to Johnson, and he tries to hammer that in, but it had already crossed the blue line, so that goes in offsides. 15 seconds to go in the power play. 1:03 left to go here in the first period. Still 1-0 Moundsview. Hansen, Vobel, and Umland are your forwards. Joyce and Thomas are your defensemen on this tail end of the power play. Vobel into the zone. Good speed, but also a good back check there by MVI. Vobel still with it. Looking for Umland. Out in front. Beautiful pass by Aiden. Looking for Hansen out front. Looks like another penalty here on Moundsview. So Eagan right back to the power play here on the hook. So same group, 44 seconds to go in a fresh 1:30 power play here for the Wildcats. Beautiful pass by Aiden Umland out front there to Hansen. He just couldn't handle it and redirected past the goalie. Joyce hammers it deep. Vobel there. Vobel up at the point, back to Joyce. Joyce has a great shot, just gets blocked out in front, and MVI shoots it all the way down. Thomas retreating quickly as MVI has good forechecking pressure on the penalty kill. Thomas up towards Umland. Vobel shouting for it. 15 seconds to go here in the period. Thomas looks for Vobel, it just gets past him. Good stick work there by Vobel. Hansen back battling as well. Trying to get it out front here for one last shot attempt. Oh, and there he buries it. That was Vobel with the shifty move. I don't know if they counted it or not. So Vobel with a really nice move to bury that, but I'm not sure. There was no horn. Did you hear a horn?
No, but the clock was at 0.
It was really strange because the clock looked like it was at 0, but there was no horn, so the players kept playing. So I don't know what they're going to call here. But
Should be. Nope.
so we'll let the refs figure it out here, and we'll go on mute for a second. All right, back to action here. Start of the second period. Looks like no goal for the Wildcats, so they'll remain on the power play for 46 seconds as we start the second. Hansen, Vogel, and Umland up front. And Thomas and Joyce are the D pair to start the second period. So let's reset that. Hey, it's
There's the buzzer.
It's a scrimmage for everybody, including the scoreboard operator today. So we drop the puck and there's an inadvertent horn. Let's try that again. Moundsview wins the faceoff again, but Eagan gathers it. Joyce off the boards up towards Vogel. He'll gather it, try to carry it into the zone. Good pressure by Char. Back behind the net. He's got Aiden out front, but the goalie will smother it. So preseason vibes all over the place. With the scoreboard operator, we had some technical difficulties, but we're getting things figured out. Let's work out the bugs now. Thomas back in the point. Nifty move to keep it in. Good hard shot. Blocker saved by the goalie. Puck goes behind. Hansen and Aiden back there. Aiden up to Vogel. Vogel looking for Hansen on the back door. Hansen, nice pass back to Thomas. Good work right out in front. Aiden was there, got a shot. The goalie just fought that one off. Vogel still battling. Penalty is over. Hansen, good hard shot on, but the goalie will make the save and hold it for another whistle. So good movement by that line. They've had some good shifts to start this game. Duth, Fiedler, Karsnia, Johnson, and Ross are your 5 skaters for the Wildcats. MVI back behind. Hey, let's have another buzzer here. I don't know what the hell's going on over there.
Every minute thing going.
It's just.
It's going to happen every minute.
So we got a buzzer going off every minute, it seems like. So ref skates over to try and figure out this nonsense.
A lot of it.
Yes, they got the heaters on in the booth, and I don't know that I've ever been hot in a hockey rink before, but I am absolutely cooking underneath this heater over here. All right, so we'll see what's going on. Maybe the minor officials were hitting Bark a little hard or something before this game. Tough to say. Puck still in the offensive zone here for Eagan. Duth out in front. A forecheck pressure by him, but MVI carries it up the right wing. Into the zone on sides. Good stick work. Nice save by Rasmussen. Here comes Fiedler. Fiedler up the left wing. 1-on-2, and he crosses the red line and dumps it deep. Karsnia in on the forecheck. Karsnia and Fiedler. Fiedler right outside. Gets it out front to Duth. Duth back to Ross. Ross low shot, but that is blocked in front, and MVI carries it out of the zone. They're 3-on-2 through neutral ice. Onside into the Eagan zone. Oh, nifty move. Right around Ross that was, but unable to get a shot on net. Here's Karsnia dangerously up through center to Ross. Fiedler into the zone. Tries to get around the defender, and he just knocks him over. Johnson back to Karsnia, mishandles it. Karsnia just flips it through neutral ice. Moundsview now into the Eagan zone. Battle along the boards. Here's Hittner putting some pressure on. Back to the blue line. Shot goes towards Rasmussen. He knocks it aside. And into the left corner it comes. Back to the point. Shot fanned on at the point. Good job by Pecor. Looking for Todd on the outlet pass, and he hits him. Todd battles it in his skates. Looks for Hittner at center, but Hittner trailed him. So that pass is intercepted. Well, here comes Moundsview 3-on-1 with only Thomas back. Errant pass. Thomas breaks it up. They still get it in front. Razinen's lost his stick. Eagan's got to get it out of here. Razinen does not have a stick. Gus dancing back behind the net, loses possession. Still behind the net. 2-on-2 battle here. MVI and Eagan, and Thomas gets control and he'll skate it up and out. Todd up on the right wing. He's battling it. Gets it deep. Hittner and Todd. Somebody's got to get in there and put some forechecking pressure on him. Finally, Todd decides to do that. Hems his man up along the wall. Puck gets ringed around the boards over to Joyce. Keeps it in momentarily, but MVI skates it out of the zone. Joyce, nice job along the boards. Good work, Cullen. Good battle there. Hittner also in there in the mix. Thomas, nice move to get around his man. Carries it towards the zone. They are on sides. Thomas into the zone. Strong move. Looks out front, but nobody there for Eagan. Nobody had their stick on the ice. Joyce tries to disrupt the on-charging MVI player, and Joyce wisely retreats back behind the net. Tries to get it up towards Hittner. Hittner patiently hammers it up towards Pecor. Pecor and Todd come in and off Will's stick, and I think they were off sides on that rush anyways. So just fighting it a little bit here offensively for Eagan on that line. So Eagan switches it up, 7:35 to go here, second period. Still 1-0 MVI. Hansen in on the draw. Wins it cleanly back to Johnson. Johnson chips it off the boards towards Vogel. Still battling along the boards at neutral ice, and MVI comes out with it. Good work by Eagan. Here comes Hansen. Hansen right through everybody. In on goal. Oh, great shot, but the goalie fights it off. Back to the point. Good hard low shot by Ross. That goes into the left corner. Hansen still battling. Vogel behind the net. MVI wins that battle, and out they come, except Ross has other ideas. He intercepts it at the blue line. Through neutral ice it comes, and here's Johnson. Getting some pressure, backhand pass right to MVI. Oh, they got a clean shot there. Eagan got lucky on that play. Vogel, quick moves around the defender. Beautiful rush by Char. Shot on net, nice save by the goalie. That goalie's made several nice saves already. Hansen behind. Good pass out front. Shot by Umlin right on. And the goalie makes the save. Another good shift by that line here for Eagan, but unfortunately nothing to show for it. 6:31 here to go in the second. Goalie change here for the Wildcats. Razinen will sit down, and Eddie takes charge in the net for Eagan. Back to the point. Nice move by Thomas to intercept that pass. And here comes MVI on the rush. Good pressure by Carson. He's got to keep moving his feet there. But did a good job of tying him up and causing an offside. So Duth, Carsonia, Fiedler, Thomas, and Joyce are the 5 Wildcats on the ice. Thomas retreats up to Fiedler. Fiedler looking for Duth. Puck comes into the zone. Somebody's got to get in there and forecheck. Fiedler's on it. But just too easy of a breakout here for MVI. Duth disrupts that rush. Joyce back behind. He's getting a little pressure, but he'll chip it over to Thomas. Thomas wisely goes D to D back to Joyce. Joyce head up, looking for a breakout pass, but that goes right to an MVI offensive player who just came off the bench on a line change. Fiedler along the half boards left of Eddie. Out front, Thomas ties him up and he goes down. Moundsview back behind the net. Out to the blue line. Weak wrist shot goes just wide of Eddie's glove side. Into the right corner play goes. Fiedler's in there, so is Thomas. Thomas up to Fiedler. Fiedler tries to chip it off the boards. Second try, still doesn't get it out. And it looks like another penalty coming up here on Moundsview. So 4:55 to go, second period. Wildcats on another power play here for 1 minute and 30 seconds. Be nice to get some zone time here. Hittner, Todd, Pecor, Johnson, and Ross. Hittner wins it. Over to Pecor. Pecor looks to center it to Hittner. That just misfired, and here comes Moundsview out to neutral. Johnson backwards. Good job there to force a long shot. Todd on the right wing. He gets it off the boards up towards Hittner. Hittner grabs it, tries to carry it in the zone, but that's poke checked off his stick. Ross now. D to D over to Johnson. Johnson coming up the left side, looking for Todd. Nifty, had it on his skate to stick, but just didn't know where it was. He's been fighting it all game. Here comes MVI, shorthanded, 50 seconds left on the penalty. Gets past two guys, gets a shot on just wide of the net, excuse me. Now here's Gus back behind him. Pecor up the side. Good work by him. Head up into the zone. He's got Todd behind him and Hittner streaking down the center. Gus carries it coast to coast, looks at his options, back to Todd on the right wing. Todd back to Gus. Gus over to CJ. CJ looks for the shot, but it goes just wide. Gus down low. Gus still carrying it down low, looking for Todd out front, but that was intercepted. Here's Ross back at the point, shot just wide. Still battling, some good zone time here for Eagan right as the power play expires. Todd back behind the net. Over to Gus, but Gus wasn't along the boards. CJ's got it now back to the point, and MVI intercepts, and here they come. Ross poke checks it. Two guys back. Ross and Johnson for Eagan. Johnson has it now back behind the goal line. He'll get it up off the boards, but not out of the zone. MVI, guy in the crease. Guy was right out in front, just camped out in front of Eddie. Ref having a conversation with a fan back behind the net. I don't know what that was all about, but he was giving him a piece of his mind. Either way, face-off comes out to neutral. MVI wins it, and they carry it into the zone. Right out in front, dangerously. Where is it? Eddie. Oh, and it snuck in. Thought Eddie had it for a second, but he dove across the net to his right. Looked like he had it, but it trickles in. And that's 2-0 MVI. Hanson in for the face-off. Oh, here comes MVI again. Cesaro into the zone for MVI. Quick, hard shot, but it goes right off the post. Here's Cesaro again for MVI. He's short, but he's quick. Battle along the boards. MVI wins it. Good stick there. Thomas up towards Vobel, but that gets turned away. Here comes MVI again in the zone on sides, and wrist shot. Eddie will handle that and hold on to it for another defensive zone face-off. 2:05 to go, second period. Eagan wins the draw. Johnson goes back behind the net over to Ross, I believe that is. Yep, Ross. So Ross and Johnson back at deep. Ross goes back behind the net again. Tries to pass it over to CJ. That lefty. 3 Eagan sweaters in there, and we still can't get it out of the zone. Duth retreats. Back behind Eddie. Over to Ross. Ross has CJ breaking, tries to get it to him, but Fiedler catches the pass. Oh, and they stumble in off sides. So Fiedler just mishandled the pass, and not sure who it was that got off sides there, but let's try this again with the neutral zone draw here. Duth in on the faceoff, wins it back to CJ. CJ over to Ross, up to Karsnia. That gets just over his stick. Duth will give chase. Good job by Duth to put some pressure on. But just too easy of a zone exit for MVI as they carried through neutral ice, onside into the Eagan zone. Pass goes across the front. MVI right out in front of Eddie. And he'll make the save. .58 seconds to go, second period. 2-0 MVI over the Wildcats. Todd in on the draw, and he'll lose it. MVI, nice save by Eddie. Thomas working behind the net. He's down there by himself. Good move by him to get away from that forechecker. Got Hittner breaking. Todd also breaking. Todd with the puck on the right side. He'll just dump it back in. And Pecor will give chase back behind the net. Pecor with it. Gets it down low to Todd. Todd looking for somebody out in front. Finds him, but it just gets over his stick and past the blue line, back out to neutral ice and into the Eagan zone. Thomas and Joyce retreat, and that pass goes over Pecor's stick and all the way down for icing. 11 seconds to go, second period. Moundsview wins it cleanly, but it escapes the zone. Let's get some pressure on here, Todd. 2 seconds to go, and that'll do it for the second period. So we'll take a quick break here, 2-0 MVI over the Wildcats. All right, back to the third period here. Eagan down 2-0 to Moundsview Irondale. Let's see if we can get this buzzer situation resolved. Still struggling with the buzzer. Refs drop the puck. Good hard pass by CJ up towards Umland. He can't handle it. Still in the Moundsview zone. and they chip it off the boards and out. Ross loses the battle. In comes MVI. Nice centering pass, and they score. So 3-0 Moundsview. That was a quick rush up the ice there by number 25, the right wing for MVI. And Eagan's got a hole to dig themselves out of here. 3-0. Vobel with it. Turns it over at center, and here comes MVI in on a rush again. Right around the defender. He gets a shot on net. Eddie steers that aside. Hansen, skate to stick. Hansen coming down the right wing. Looks to just get it out in front and center it. And the goalie will cover it. So line change on both sides. Fresh legs on the ice with 10:40 to go. Looks like running time here in the third period. Duth, Karsnia, and Fiedler is the forward line, and Joyce and Thomas back at D. Thomas gets a nice hard low shot in on the goalie right off the face-off, and he'll make the save and hang on for another draw. MVI wins it. Good breakout by MVI through center into the Eagan zone. Thomas back for Eagan. Chases his man. Back behind the net, comes right around, gets a shot on Eddie, and he makes the save. Thomas up to Fiedler. Fiedler over the blue line, tries to get it deep. Fiedler gets around his man. In on net. Shot goes just through the crease. Over to Karsnia. Karsnia winds it up. Fiedler was right in front. He got knocked over. Puck gets shot all the way down by MVI, and that'll be icing. So good pressure by that line. Getting a little zone time here. It's exactly what we need to just get that first one. All we got to do is just get the first one, get some confidence going, and you never know what can happen in the final 9 minutes. Johnson shoots. That gets blocked and comes in high on the goalie, and he'll hold on. Todd in a little position battle there in front of the net. Ross and CJ back on D. Eagan wins it again. Back to CJ, and he'll hammer it deep. Todd gives some pressure back behind the net, but MVI has control. Good breakout pass by MVI up through neutral ice. Two guys back, gets around Johnson. Johnson hauls him down, and that's going to be a penalty on CJ. So 8 minutes to go here with running time. Eagan down 3-0, and I didn't see who the penalty was on CJ, yes. So CJ in the box for the next 1:30. MVI into the zone. Gus has it here at center. Gus has Hittner with him. Gus makes a couple of nice moves. Gets it deep. Hittner gives chase. And MVI comes out of the zone with speed. 3-on-2 into the Eagan zone. Will poke checks it away, but the guy gets right around him. And here comes Gus. Gus has Will with him. Let's go with some speed here, boys. Todd tries to get around his guy. It does. I don't know how he went down, but never got a shot off. Into the zone they come. Shot right in on Eddie, and he'll make the save. So still 3-0 here. CJ in the box. They don't have the penalty up on the board, so it's hard to tell how much time is left on CJ's penalty. Hansen wins the draw back to himself. Brings it around the boards for Vobel. MVI takes over, puts it back behind the net. And here comes Charlie out to center, fights it a little bit. Now he's got control over the blue line. Into the zone, goes wide. Vobel still with it up along the boards. He's got nobody with him. Penalty has expired. CJ goes off the ice and Umland comes on. Joyce now with it at center. Joyce skates it. Oh, Eagan lucky they stayed onside there. Towards the net, Umland was right in front, but the goalie steers it aside to his blocker side. Good pressure by Umland there. Eagan intercepts. Umland has it. Swings it over to the left side for Vobel, who has it back near the blue line. Just comes out of the zone. Joyce back at neutral ice. Stick handling. MVI knocks it back towards the Eagan zone. Joyce goes off the boards. Had a little awkward bounce. Bad bounce for Eagan off the boards, but Thomas handles it. 5:42 to go, third period. Joyce still with it, over to Umland. Umland looking for Char, and he's got him at center. Char over the blue line, nice move. Once again, Char, hard shot right on the goalie, and he'll make the save. Eagan still putting some pressure on here. Both sides at full strength, and out to center it comes for MVI. Guy goes around Joyce, still has the puck, goes around Hansen, right out front. And Hansen put somebody on his ass who was digging right at Eddie as Eddie made the save. .450 to go here, running time. Eagan gets booted for not lining up correctly here. Yep, double boot out of the face-off circle. Fiedler's got it at his skates. Fiedler goes down. Johnson has it back behind the net. Rings it around the boards for Karsnia. Karsnia has got it but loses control. Ross, good body on his man. CJ's guy got behind him, but good recovery by him to keep that shot away. CJ now up the ice. Good job by CJ. He's got Fiedler with him. Fiedler over to CJ. CJ makes a move and scores. Good hands there by Johnson to get that goal here near the end of the third period. So 3-1 Moundsview. Still 3:40 to go. Hittner, Pecor, and Todd. Here comes Eagan into the zone. Todd retreats back behind the net. Good pressure by him. Hittner has it. Gus sitting out in front. Thomas back to the blue line. He settles it. Shoots, and that goes off a shin pad of an MVI defender. Back to the point. Kept in by Joyce. Joyce over to Gus. Todd out in front. Tried to tip it, just went wide. Todd over to Pecor. Pecor, nice move to keep that in the zone. But that pass was turned over, and here comes MVI. Shot in on Eddie, and he'll hold it. Doesn't know where it is. And he'll freeze it. .240 to go here. Hansen in on the defensive zone draw to Eddie's left. Hansen wins it. Up to Char. Vobel through center. Onside into the zone. He has Umland with him. Shot and a goal by Charlie. Beautiful wrist shot there by Charlie up over the goalie's left pad. So Eagan making it interesting here, 3-2 in the last couple of minutes. Two minutes to go. Eagan now down by 1. Hansen in on the draw. Let's drop the puck here. Come on. Umland chips it deep. Good work by Aiden. Aiden with speed. Head up. Looking out front for Vobel, and that just went wide. Sixth man on. That looks like Fiedler as they pulled Eddie for the 6th attacker, and Fiedler sped in off the bench looking for an opportunity. 1:35 to go running time. Hansen in on the draw. Let's get it back to the D here. MVI wins it. They look to ring it around the boards. Umlin's there to hold. Umlin to Vobel. Vobel down beneath the goal line. Loses possession and out through neutral ice it comes. Thomas retreats back. Forechecker in hard on him. Aiden swings it over to Joyce. Joyce, let's get some speed here up to Vobel. Vobel through neutral. He's got control of it now into the zone. He gets hauled down. No call there. Thomas tries to keep it in. Over to Hansen. Hansen shoots in a beautiful save, beautiful glove save by the MVI goalie with only 45 seconds to go of running time. Good shot there by Hansen. MVI wins the draw and they'll just rip it down the ice, only 30 seconds to go. Icing. Icing is called, but running time with only 20 seconds to go. Hansen in on the draw, 10 seconds to go. Drop the puck. Eagan wins it. Back to Joyce. He tries to get a shot on. Rebound out front. Where is it? Oh, and that's it. So good pressure at the end here by the Eagan Wildcats, but too little, too late. We needed that energy from the jump. And a slow start to this game for the Wildcats ends up being the dagger. So 3-2 final. Moundsview Irondale over your Eagan Wildcats.
Good job.